Small Town Scuttlebutt.
Is that cherry Coke? Pepsi? Ugh.
Wild cherry, baby. Yeah, professional courtesies is something I talked about moments before the show started, which was actually moments ago, because the show just started, baby.
Woo!
All right. I'm actually putting my headphones on.
Oh, do
now,
I need
guys,
to put mine on? I didn't think I had
no, you guys
headphones.
don't need them.
Okay.
You don't need them. I'm on it. And you like that open? I worked on it. I fleshed it out. I open mic'd that 3 times. Just kidding.
Seriously, though, is that cherry Pepsi that you're drinking?
It's wild cherry Pepsi.
This is vile, Rick. First of all, Pepsi's vile.
What
Second of all,
what are you drinking? Oh, you're
coffee.
You're a Coke
Wild.
girl. You're a Coke
no,
girl.
I don't drink soda.
Were you a Coke girl in college?
Riding the white lines.
Guys, no, I'm talking about the beverage.
I haven't had soda since I was a little kid.
Is that really for me, this coffee, or is that yours?
Well, okay, so back to the professional courtesies. I was saying to Evan.
Yes.
He came down and said, ooh, look at this, a light ring. It's all set up. I'm like, yeah, people have things to do. I'm respectful of that. I think it's only customary and polite to be ready.
I agree.
I think last 80 episodes, I've sort of been plugging stuff in. Is he been coming over?
But who's counting?
And I was having a good day. I was up early today,
Yeah.
because my daughter wanted me to drive her to school, ironically.
Oh, that's sweet.
Very nice.
Well, it's just as ironic. Was she listening to the episode? She's like, ooh, melees in the parking lot. I want in on that. Let's go.
All right.
My dad's a rebel rouser. Let's take that car of yours and downshift it and around
She
the
figured
turn.
between you and Leslie, you're more likely to cause a scene.
Yeah, sure. She's like, come on, Dad.
So that's your car in the driveway.
It's in the garage now. I had to move it in.
Oh.
So, yeah, I was all ready. And I was saying to Evan, look, I'm ready to go. And then we have painters outside, and they just asked me to move my car. So, late start because I had to move the car.
Yeah.
Understood.
Well, Liz and I noticed something as we were...
Also, I'm sorry, the other courtesy?
That is my coffee?
It's not. I think we declared that one of the protocols, one of my things was, and Liz is already looking at her watch.
I'm sorry. I'm getting teams.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stop doing that.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those annoying dad things.
Yeah.
You're late. When you're 2 minutes late to something, oh, you're late. It's no shit, I'm fucking late.
Yeah.
I got other things going on
Right.
than this fucking brunch.
Thanks, Captain
That
Obvious.
I didn't want to fucking hour and a half to come to this fucking brunch. I'm late by 2 minutes. What did I miss? Give me the recap.
I say if you're 5 minutes late, you're still on time.
Yeah, there's a grace
There
period.
should be a 5-minute buffer, for sure.
Yeah. After
It's
that, you're rude. But
Do you know which general said that?
No.
The one that lost.
Oh. Dad joke.
That, yeah. Okay, so professional courtesies. I'm not really knocking it out of the park, but it's all about intent. So
Yeah.
there you go.
So Liz, I was kind of ready for you, and Evan, I made a coffee. It's just not yours.
Well, I feel like it's okay to just keep the bar kind of mediocre-ish. That way,
Yeah.
you're not overextending yourself. You're not disappointing anybody. It's like, okay, Rick's doing the best he can.
And
I
we're
get it.
certainly not coming to expect anything extra either.
True.
Because that coffee looks mighty fine.
They we joke about that Southern term, bless your heart.
Yeah.
I think I got a universal complimentary compliment.
Like a Northeast version?
Rick's doing the best he can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on.
He can operate at around a 3, and he's kicking it up at around 2.8. He's revving up.
Did you
The rest of us are around 9.5 today.
Were you on a short bus growing up?
You know something? I did ride the short bus for about.
Bet you did.
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why I did. And I did for about a whole semester. Because, one, the short bus came round the neighborhood about 20 minutes later.
Oh.
That's advantageous. Mm-hmm. And I was in junior high, but a girl in high school had broken her leg.
Oh, boy.
This girl's out of my league. She's a little older.
Yeah, but now she's got a broken leg. She's damaged goods. Like, you could probably
you
slide
could
in
catch
there.
her.
Yeah.
Yep. I should have gone. Oh, God.
I don't know. I don't want to know what thoughts are running through your mind now, but I think that they're.
I'm like, get back here.
Gross.
Reliving history.
Yeah.
She's running like Forrest Gump. I'm not going to the prom with you. Well, anyway, it all worked out because I'd be late. And I'd be walking home from the bus stop. And here's the short bus swinging through. And like, you missed the bus? I'm like, I did. Like, hop on. So I get on the bus and it's me and this cute high school girl out of my league, 3 years older or whatever.
Was the short bus for invalids or something?
The short bus in this case was for the girl down the street with the broken leg who couldn't climb up. Yeah.
How hot was she that she got her own bus?
Yeah, right?
I don't know what kind of arrangements she worked out,
Right?
but and I thought she was on the volleyball team because she always had these knee pads on, but I don't know. I don't know if you're going to connect the dots.
Jesus.
No, Jesus has nothing to keep him out of the blowjob joke. So sacrilegious.
Oh, man.
Anyway, I got on the short bus with the cute girl and rode that out for like the 6 weeks.
Wow.
And me and the girl were like, it's forced company.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I warmed up to I was supposed to take the other bus. It wasn't like I made the arrangement. It's not like I got my knee pads and say, hey, bus driver, I want to sign up for the same program.
How many days a week were you on the short bus?
Monday through Friday.
Okay, so you were like, okay, this is an arrangement that I am taking
the girl
full
wanted the
advantage of.
company. It was great. And look, I'm
my
charismatic.
And she was hot, so you're like, I'm on the bus.
You're like the passenger equivalent of a movie on an airplane. It's always better because you're stuck on an airplane. She's like, well, all right, I guess I'll kill some time with this guy.
I was 130-pound John Candy is what I was. And I didn't have my tuba, but... Hey, wasn't he like with a polka band?
A polka band, yeah,
Was
in
he
Home
really?
Alone. In Home Alone, his character in Home Alone.
Okay,
yes.
okay. I was like, that would be a fascinating tale.
Right?
And he was a salesman in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. He just seems to be in. He was in that, right?
I think so.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
God, he was such a good actor.
I know. R.I.P.
I miss him. Really do.
Anywho, so after the 6-week stint with you and the girl on the short bus, did you guys continue your friendship, or was it just that was like one point in time and that was it?
She kicked me off that short bus quicker than she could say, I'm not going to the prom with you.
Once she got use of her legs,
She was all set.
Yeah.
She's like, okay. I'm like, I rode the fucking short bus for you, bitch.
She's like, I got my A game back. Beat
Yeah.
it.
Did you sign her cast?
No.
Oh.
No. She's like, you are not putting your initials on this thing.
So she wanted nothing to do with you.
Actually,
She's probably trying to get off the short
She's
bus.
like,
She's like going to extra PT. She's like, I got to get off this fucking bus.
She purposely gets detention so she doesn't have to go home. Good Lord.
you guys are being funny, but I'm realizing
Oh, yes.
I have misread all these messages. You guys are nailing it.
Seriously?
Well, she didn't like me. I didn't realize it at the time.
Oh my God.
All right. Well, enough about me. So bus rides. We're talking about bus rides. Like last week, we were talking about the lines, and now I take my daughter to school. I rode the short bus. I never got the courtesy. Once my parents were like hardcore. You missed the bus, you call the taxi cab. Go get the yellow pages.
As a child?
Taxi?
Junior high school.
Still.
13.
Would you let Rosie get in a taxi?
Lean into this if you'd like. Lean into it. This is one of the things I would be like, I'll drive my kid to school. I have no problem with I like my kid. I will.
Yeah.
My parents were like, yellow pages are on the fridge. Call yellow cab.
Who paid for the cab?
Me. Is that on my allowance or my lawnmower money?
Oh my God.
Oh, that's tough.
Wow.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think that's harsh, yeah.
You missed the bus. Call a cab. So I would call a cab. The cab, which by the way, now I'm thinking flex, like rolling up in a taxi cab. I'm like, can you get one of those like horns that go when we pull up, or that's what I want. I want an appearance. But at the time, getting dropped off in the bus line by big yellow bus, big yellow bus, big yellow bus, little yellow taxi
cab.
little Ricky Fink
Oh my
getting out.
God.
Yo, what's up?
That's funny, smoking butts.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
are you coming from your part-time job at a manufacturing plant from the overnight shift? Like, that is such a weird thing.
With the little box lunch.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, you guys laugh, but I was I was doing a little educational moonlighting. I was going to the local tech academy, learning about Excel spreadsheets. Just getting out of the thing. Okay, so now that I just crashed that whole conversation. So let's move on.
Move on. It's time to move on.
Talking about bus transportation versus take your kid. Mm-hmm. You were talking earlier about, you got a letter? You want to talk about that?
Yeah. So after our last episode around the shenanigans that can happen in a school drop-off or pickup line, I had a friend and fan of the show reach out to share one of their experiences in a drop-off line. So I'm going to leave this person's name and their town out of this story to protect the not-so-innocent subject of this letter.
I think Jeff Ross is... Jeff Ross is... What? I have to edit that out. I was going to say, fuck it. It was stupid. I interrupted you.
Okay.
He's
so
good at that.
An email that this individual wrote to the school principal detailing the incident that occurred when my friend was dropping their respective children off, trying really hard to respect the anonymity.
You're doing a great
Thank
job.
you.
You really are.
On Tuesday, March 27th, I had an interesting encounter with an employee of Beep High School. That morning during drop-off, it was lightly raining. Many of the parents were not observing standard drop-off etiquette and pulling as far forward as possible. They were stopping for the awning at the first entrance. When I pulled in and saw the backup, I moved left in an attempt to go around them to drop the
done
kids
the same
off
thing. Yes.
at the cafeteria.
Yep, it's kind of aggressive. It will be received as aggressive,
But I would have done the same thing.
But you know what you're doing? You are following the leadering the people behind you that saw, yes, that's a smart thing. This person's an idiot, and now they're going to have to wait to get in after this train of cars does what's courteous. I'm sorry to interrupt, but that was needed to be noted.
Yeah,
this person's a good person.
In doing so, I apparently cut someone off who was attempting to do the same thing. When I looked back at the person in the car, she was vigorously flipping me off. Oh. I returned the gesture and continued on my way.
Whoa!
Good work.
I assumed that was the end of it.
Good work.
Middle fingers, father and mother. Parking lot. Is it a middle school?
High school.
High school.
Awesome. So this the aggressive bird flipping occurring in this drop-off line.
Wow. Another observation, these people have been doing the drop-off pickup thing for 12 years.
Right.
The kids in this school, all the kids go to the same school. The parents, you grow up together. Like your kid is the class of 2032. You are the parents of the class of, you kind of feel like it's your year.
I mean, in our town, like if you flip someone off, dropping off at Medfield High, chances are you're flipping off someone that you've known for 10 years.
Yeah.
or like maybe you're not friends with them, but they know who you are and you know who they are. And now they're talking to you at Starbucks and on the sidelines of a soccer game and wherever they can because you're a dick.
That is going to create an awfully uncomfortable situation.
Right?
Yeah. Moving forward.
Okay. Moving on. When I pulled to the right to move up on the line, the person pulled up beside me and started yelling at me. So now we've gone from bird flipping to verbal abuse. Since both our windows were up, I heard nothing. When the woman was done yelling at me, she pulled into a parking spot on the left side of the drop-off loop. This is when I realized this person was an employee of the school and not a parent.
Oh, yeah, baby.
She crossed
Write
the
that
street
email
towards the school doors. By now, I had let my 2 kids and another girl out of my car. The woman stopped short of the door and was clearly looking for my car. When she spotted me, she extended her arm and waved her middle finger in the air towards me.
Wow. Oh, I thought she was going to be like, oh, shit, he sees that I'm an employee. Like, up until this moment, didn't know that she worked here.
Right. So I
He
waved
just got
and drove
leverage.
away. Now, I thought it was over after we both flipped each other off. I thought she took things a little too far when she pulled up next to me and then when she flipped me off from the school entrance. But whatever.
Yeah, and
it's what happened after that I was not witness to that bothered me the most.
Oh, yeah.
It continues.
She took a shit on the hood of his car.
Later on that day, I had the same group of kids in the car. I asked them if they knew who the person was since she was clearly an employee. One of the kids then noted that after they all entered the building, the woman started talking to herself, not so quietly, clearly within earshot of the kids about, quote, some asshole driver, end quote, ruining the start of her day. The kid said she was not talking to any other adult and she was talking too loud to be talking to herself. It was done with intent. She knew those kids got out of my car. There was no need whatsoever for that behavior from her. My understanding is you saw my daughter enter the school that day along with this person shortly after. While I do not know who she is, I believe you do, but I could easily identify her.
That lunch lady is a tough broad, let me tell you.
So that's, I mean, that pretty much wraps it up in terms of the story. So it went from, the escalation went from bird flipping to verbal assault to yet another public bird flipping at the entrance of the school to then passive aggressively cursing my friend out and knowingly in front of their child and a friend.
Wow. That's aggressive.
Here, open shut case. That's a fireable offense. Do you have tenure? Get union representation.
My understanding is that
you don't need to work here anymore. You are flipping off the fucking taxpayer,
right?
The fucking parent that lives here,
unbelievable,
that is sending their kids into your care and safety, relying on you to set an example on what kind of person to be, and you're fucking flipping them off in a parking lot and doubling down at the door and then tripling down in the fucking classroom and fuck you, bitch.
Oh my God.
Here's your cardboard box and a fucking dolly. The janitor's gonna get that for you. Security, we just let the security officer go. I don't know why. She was a fucking student here, lived here her whole fucking life. But we're making changes at the police department, including 32 resignations in the last fucking 2 years. But that's for another episode.
Holy shit.
This fucking Pepsi's delicious.
Wow.
Woo!
Is
All
that
right.
I gotta shed a layer after
I
this.
just feel a little punchy. And I'll tell you why. Because I had an episode this morning at the intersection, the intersection of North and Main Street.
Yeah.
I'm going. I want to go straight across Main Street. Right?
Yeah.
To my left is a Starbucks. At the intersection in front of the entrance to that is a landscaping truck with a long trailer with shit on it.
Yeah, yeah.
Hard to kind of see that guy didn't really strategically park with other people in mind, right? Jeep's coming out. A Jeep 4xe2, by the way. It's like the new thing.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like one of every 7 men in Medfield has one of these fucking things. All black with the blue fucking hooks that they're never going to use because they'll just call AAA because they go to the fucking mani-pedi every 2 weeks. And they're not ballsy, but they drive the car that says, I'm ballsy.
Yeah.
And my wife made me get electric.
Oh, man.
But
that's tough.
Jeep pulls out in front of me. And I knew the guy. This is the small.
See? Life in a small town.
This is the small town shit. And I say, cut me off again and see what happens, punk. At that moment, he's first in line at the light. Starts backing up on me.
Stop.
Backing up on me.
Like he got your text?
Yeah.
So he was totally
he's
messing
texting
with
and
you.
driving.
Yeah. I speak with words. He's like, actions speak louder than words. And Rick's a blah, 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 blah. So I'm like, now you're just being ridiculous. So the light turned green, and the second it turned green, 4 seconds on the horn.
Nice. I
In the
love it.
intersection, taking my daughter to school. This senior walking her dog stopped in her tracks, jaw dropped, looking at me like I was the biggest colossal piece of shit. Which at the moment I was like, yeah, baby.
And Rosie was like, I knew I made a good choice.
Yeah. Oh, drop off. It's going to be fucking awesome. Dad's psyched.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So anyway,
Was she mortified?
she actually never picked her fucking face up from her phone. Like, I don't even think she's
like,
aware
I
of
know
it.
what happened.
Yep. So
Typical
anyway,
dad.
Yeah.
and then just wrote, "Hi, Rick," because it's Adam Graber. I don't know if you know him.
Oh, yes. He coaches Brady's lacrosse team. They're great.
Yeah,
I love them.
Yeah. He's a good dude. And every time we see each other, we give that overexcited thing because it was our. Let's just say when he did the MS ride across, Cape Cod, 75 miles one day.
Nothing.
Just the thing I did, check the box. Anyway, every time he'd like, he'd be like, "Hi, Rick," as he blows by me. And it was
I like that you did the Wizard of Oz music.
yeah, well, that's what it felt like.
Yes.
Because that's how he went
He
by.
had a dog in a basket.
Yeah, like a little bitch who drives a 4xe.
That's
All right, I feel like this has been light on Evan today. Very heavy on Evan.
Evan has a printout in front of him.
Oh wait, I'm
And-
sorry. Did we? This is awesome. I'm sorry. Did you settle on that? Is it?
Yeah, we're settled on that. I have an article. Should we have time to get to it about? Is it appropriate for your daughter to see, or your teen or tween to see the new Zendaya movie? So if we get to that, cool. If not, we can save it for next time.
Okay, well, that sounds very timely. We're at 20 minutes in, so we will make time for that.
But I think we have time for Evan's story as well, because I know what it is, and I'm excited about it.
Yeah, Evan is like, this week's theme is brought to you by Evan.
Cherry Pepsi.
Cherry.
Wild
funny.
cherry, guys.
I thought this was great. It was like this whole beautiful segue. We talk about the school bus and the school and all that. And I come up with this crazy AI story about a principal who, I don't know if you guys have heard this, happened about a week ago. Where basically the synopsis is that a principal, some teacher in school had an issue with this principal, and they used AI to create a deep fake voice of the principal, and all hell broke loose. So here's the story.
You gotta be kidding me. A teacher did this?
Yeah. As retribution, as retribution to the principal. You're not going to believe it. It's like, it's crazy.
It's wild.
It's crazy. And AI is, the deep fake actor in this whole thing.
I love it.
Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
In the seemingly serene community of Pikesville, Maryland, a high school was thrust into the eye of a technological and ethical storm. The drama unfolded when Dazon Darian, the school's athletic director, crafted a sinister plot against Principal Eric Eiswert. Driven by vengeance stemming from an investigation into financial mismanagement. Employing sophisticated AI technology, Darian created a deepfake audio recording of Eiswert uttering racist and anti-Semitic comments. Eiswert had actually never made them. The fake Eiswert disparaged African-American students and made derogatory remarks about the Jewish community. So he's already like, this is bad news. But it gets worse.
But he's black too, right? Is he?
The principal is white, and the athletic director is black.
Okay. I just made assumptions off names.
Yeah, well, that's okay. So Darian...
I just want to see if I was right, which I was. I just want to make that... We judge, we make assumptions, and, when we're right, we need to, pat ourselves on the back and be like, see, you can do it too.
Good job, Rick.
Yeah, you can do it too. It's okay.
So this is where it gets kind of wild. So they take this audio recording, right, that this guy makes, and the athletic director hands this audio to another teacher, and then had that teacher hand it to a student who had a large social media profile. And then the recording goes super viral. So now it's like all the news stations come into it and all this stuff. And the community is in upheaval. They're all outraged, grappling with these shocking words attributed to this, once respected figure. Anyway, the unraveling of this digital deceit began when suspicions about the recording's authenticity led to a meticulous investigation. FBI was brought in. This is no joke.
Wild.
Yeah,
FBI.
A hate crime, I guess, is
if he was actually guilty of this, it would be considered. Yeah. It's hate speech. I don't know if there's a crime.
So this guy, the principal was just, he got death threats. Everybody was and he had to resign. He basically was forced to resign. So he's out of school. And he kept saying, I did not have anything to do with this.
So this poor guy. No one was having it. They weren't listening to his story. Even despite this whole AI thing is emerging. His story has plausibility. Dude, it's just so easy to just get rid of you. Everyone's pissed. This is a big, quick fix. Sorry, I'll write you.
We're so quick to cancel, right?
Yeah.
And if you hear, oh my God, he called African-American students a racial slur. It's that's all you need to hear. You don't even need to hear the recording. All you need to know is that I heard the recording and it was terrible and we got to get rid of him. And next thing you know, mob mentality,
forget it.
ensues.
There's
no benefit of the doubt.
And it just has to be, this is how I felt, or this is how it made me feel, So now you've got the racist element, you've got the anti-Semitic element, all he needed was a sexist element and he'd be, they'd hang the guy. Anyway, so the FBI comes in, right? And the poor principal, he keeps claiming, I've got nothing to do with this, never happened, this is not me. So they examine the IP addresses, they pull up email accounts, metadata, all associated with this metafile, and the forensic analysis reveals that the recording had been uploaded from a device linked to Darian.
Wow.
Further scrutiny uncovered that the email account used to disseminate the audio was registered under a pseudonym that the investigators tied back to Darian as well, and thanks to security footage and digital logs from the school's network, showed his access to the AI voice cloning tools at the time that the audio was created.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Damn it. Too bad Johnny Cochran is dead.
So, hey,
This guy would figure it out.
if the mic doesn't sound right, you know.
Yeah.
So it gets even further into this craziness, right? So once they found out that this was happening, and Darian starts getting nervous, right? He decides to go on a trip.
How convenient.
And the technical evidence was damning, linking the deepfake directly to Darian. But he was then apprehended at the Baltimore airport, not only for his role in this scandal, but also for carrying an illegal firearm.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
Darian.
A teacher walking around.
Right.
Walking around with a Glock. A purple handgun, perhaps.
Purple handgun.
Yeah,
Maybe
purple.
purple.
They're trendy.
Always-
Call back last
always
episode. If you
trying to
didn't hear
back
it, catch up.
This arrest marked a dramatic climax to a saga that highlighted the destructive potential of AI in the wrong hands.
Yeah, that's a great example of that.
And not only the wrong hands, it's in anyone's hands. Like, I'm
Yeah.
going to go out on a limb here and guess, what was he? He was like a gym teacher or something, not to
Athletic,
disparage
yeah. No, an athletic
directors,
director,
but
sure,
like,
yeah.
they don't work in tech, right? So, you don't have to be technically savvy to leverage this type of software or applications or to do this kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, really, anybody could do this. And thank God that an investigation ensued to kind of uncover the digital footprint that Darian happened to leave behind.
It could have easily been swept under the rug.
Completely.
Right? And this poor guy is like, he didn't have any, he already went through hell.
Yes, lost his job, lost his wages.
Death threats to him and his family. Like,
how do you come back from that? I mean, you
need
can't
to be
unring a
vindicated.
bell. Yeah, he should sue the school district or someone. Anyone, sue someone.
somebody.
Just a quick question. Do either of you know how long that duration of hell from the moment the voicemail went out to the moment he was let go? Was it a 2-day
I don't know.
thing, or is it a 2-week thing?
Thank you for asking, Rick.
Yeah.
I believe this happened.
What can you tell us, Evan?
Well, according to my sources, this happened back in February of this year.
Okay.
And
As a TV reporter, you have to start every sentence with the word now.
now,
Yeah. Now, what my sources are telling me, like, just listen to a news reporter on TV and radio. They can't say a sentence without starting it with the word now. I've been listening to many television and radio episodes, and that's all they do.
now that is an interesting observation.
And now I can definitely agree with you there. Go on. Now you may proceed.
Well, so again, now my resources have told me that this happened back in like January, February, and this is all now coming to light after the investigation. So all these, thank God, all these news companies are reporting that this poor guy didn't do anything wrong. But I do find it interesting, and it is sort of a broader question, and it is like the whole ethical nature and elements of AI, right? I use AI all the time. I think it's a great tool. But
I know you're not even here right now.
exactly, this is an AI generated.
I don't even know what you are, but you're some fucking shape-shifting motherfucker that's freaking me out.
So it's just a weird thing, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
it is. It is
so what do you
very
do?
weird. It is. In fact, there's like AI meeting assistants. So because my company, we're in financial services, we can't really use AI. It's very heavily
Regulated.
Yeah, exactly. But let's say I had the opportunity to do that. If I was like, oh my God, I'm double booked during this meeting, I'm going to send my AI assistant to meeting A, and they're going to take notes for me and report back.
That's
like
awesome.
You could do that.
Yeah.
Could that thing you're talking about also articulate your thoughts in your voice at the meeting? And
I don't think so.
we're gonna get there because you can send a text
Yes.
back with a pre-populated "yeah, thanks." Or
I mean, they would, in order to do that, they would have to probably have hundreds of hours of me in meetings responding to things so they could generate a response that sounds like it would come from me.
Well, for you, that would take that's like by Thursday.
Right, exactly.
You'll have it. It's not that much.
If they can copy the laugh, then you're all done. You are done.
Ask Liz. It's like throw a dart, or those ping pong balls into the fish bowl, not an octopus bowl, but you want to, with Liz, it's like ask her anytime, any day, like what she's doing.
Yeah.
Probably going to be in a meeting.
In a meeting, 6 hours a day, generally.
She's the fucking shot caller.
Yeah.
You are too.
Well, she's like, is she like the overlord or an underboss? What are you?
I think technically both.
I love it. Nice. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, hands-on boss.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's actually not a good.
I mean,
you could get fired for being hands-on boss. I know personally. Just kidding. I don't know. Think I was a boss of anything.
But so going back to the whole AI thing, so one of my favorite podcasts, Legion of Skanks, so they did an episode where they played AI generated bits of their comedy. So basically they uploaded all their 1 hour specials, hundreds of hours of their podcasts, and had AI generate like a 3-minute bit for each of them. And it wasn't, I mean, you could tell it wasn't them, like just by the kind of, I don't not affect, but you could tell it wasn't them for
Totally
sure.
not.
Their cadence was off.
The cadence,
beat.
that was it. The cadence was off. But some of the jokes that AI came up with were actually like not that bad.
Yeah.
And in the style of these comedians who one's super raunchy, one's a libertarian, leans a little bit more political. So like, I mean, AI kind of got it.
No kidding.
Which is
cool.
really frightening.
But it's cool at the same time. But it is it's definitely something that you got to pay attention to. I think I had an entire sales call that was AI.
Really?
And I'm like, I just and it was as authentic as it could seem. And the guy just kept asking like these questions, and I'm like, when are you going to tell me about the product?
Evan, when he told you press 3, like you should have been tipped off.
Well, it was a video call though. It was a video call.
So, did you see this person?
So I saw him.
Yeah, it's Max Headroom, dude.
Well, seriously.
All right. Evan.
Hey, listen, I'm no dummy. But this guy, it was like he had an Australian accent, and he's like, and he just kept asking these questions. And I believe it was the AI element trying to learn more about my business.
Interesting.
And what I need. So then it could kind of like create a sales pitch where it was hard for me to say no. Yep. And God damn it was hard for me to say no. But I did. Wow. And I said, why don't you call me back? And then he gave me like his cell phone number, and he was going to like text me in a month or something. The whole thing
give
was
you a
like,
hand job in the parking lot?
I mean,
where's this going? Thanks for the reach around. I just needed some customer service here.
Listen, what do you call that's professional courtesy?
Right.
I'm going to close the deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. AI is a good but scary thing, I guess.
Right. Yeah, I mean, even Elon Musk says so.
But it would be awesome to have another one of you, like in another place at the same time.
Right.
I mean, how many open houses could I do?
Yes.
It would be unbelievable.
You need a tangible you, though.
Yeah.
I mean, who's going to go pick up the Chipotle when you didn't want to cook? DoorDash? No, you want to be at Chipotle watching them make it. So you go, you changed the beans. I'm not taking the last scoop. Happened last time.
They've had a hologram of Tupac for like a decade or so, right? Yeah. Can't we just get holograms of all of us to go be places we don't want to be?
It's coming.
I saw a movie where the guy who passed away was, it's the will. They were having that estate kind of thing with the lawyer. But instead of the lawyer reading, it was a hologram of the guy talking to the family. And I'm like, that is a great way to fuck.
Right?
With your family. Like, okay, guys. You know what I'd do if I was an old man? I'd be like, okay, so anyway, and I just want to leave that with you, and I just want you to leave you all the knowledge that I've always loved you, and I always will love you, and I'll be here waiting for you, okay? Now, here, Billy, come here, give me a hug. Psych, I'm dead! And then just disappear. That's what I am going to do.
That would just be a total mindfuck.
I'm going to do that. I'm like, come here, Billy. Fuck you.
I don't know if you've seen, there's a viral video going around where a guy dies, and he plays music at his funeral. And it's him. It's a recording of him knocking on the inside of the casket.
fucking
He's like,
guy.
"Hey, let me out of here!"
Oh my God!
Can
That's
you
a real
imagine?
prankster.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Absolutely
And
awesome.
Yes, yeah, I'm gonna do that too. And then like my brother, who's giving the eulogy, will run over. And he'll have like a crank thing, and he'll put it in the side of the coffin, and it'll go boop 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 boop.
And then you'll pop up.
Boop 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 boop. Yeah,
It's
and
a
I'll
Rick
go,
in a
Jack
box.
in the box.
Yeah.
It's my Rick in a box.
No, it's gonna be a dick in a box. It's a,
Did we talk about this?
A dick in the box?
No.
Oh,
The
please,
Jack in the Box casket thing. No, this was it was on TikTok.
wait.
No.
Are we? Is this a tangent off the tangent? We went down. This is great.
I love it.
Liz, are you
Sorry. I'm good. Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
The underboss is at work.
All good.
yeah,
All good.
Oh, that was okay. I was like, I was on to like tell you a story.
The
That was-
underboss, not the person under the ground.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So I don't know these weird. I'm on the weird TikTok algorithm. I've got the casket videos and all this shit happening. Anyway, but somebody had come up with this thing where they were playing the Jack in the Box music to somebody like in a casket. Like, wouldn't this be funny? So I made a comment. I was like, they should actually make one of these for the prankster. You know, who wants to kind of put one over on the
Right?
family. How funny would that be?
Oh my God. I think you'd have to have like the coolest family ever, or you'd have to really hate your family for that to like, go over.
I think you got to make them laugh, right?
Right.
I want, like, when I go, I want a celebration. I want fireworks. I want, remember me the way I was, you know?
Exactly.
Don't be sad.
Don't be sad. I know. You can find humor in anything.
Totally.
That's what gets us through the hardest times of our lives. Laughter.
We're all just a bunch of sad clowns. Really, I mean, a stand-up comic, 4 out of 5 times they had a traumatic childhood.
Oh, absolutely.
Sure.
Or
Yeah.
they had,
addiction issues, or
something happened. There's a loss. There's, like, I don't know why.
You don't know why you're funny?
right.
No, God, I know why, because the Lord blessed me with the gift.
We're so lucky.
Sign of the
Yes.
cross there for you audio listeners. All right. Well, I think we should explore AI further. Evan, before we had you as part of the show, my neighbor, remember?
Yes. Yeah.
Pablo Gazmurray works at Microsoft.
Oh.
And he was giving me a test drive in his Tesla, like how to, like, I was curious about these cars, and he was teaching me I know everything about a Tesla from a 30-minute drive around,
Really?
switch seats.
Wow.
Now it's your turn. Like, and it was entertaining, and it was like informative and all that. And then when he came on the show, I think he very eloquently laid out
Oh, yeah.
Oh, cool.
This is a
the
very interesting episode.
complexities. Yeah.
Oh, that's neat.
Like he helped me visualize AI takes a word. Let's say it's soda.
Yeah.
And then think of that word soda and the spider web of 540, I think it was, associated words with soda. And now those 540 words have 540. Blah, 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 and that's how it can write the thing. So
crazy.
learning about that stuff, and that was months ago.
Yeah.
I'm sure I think AI, the AI expert should be a quarterly revisit, because the world will change
How
every
fast
couple
technology
months, right?
advances, yeah.
I mean, it's changing faster than anything. And they're going to roll out ChatGPT's coming out with they have DALL-E, which is image creator. So you basically give it some prompts and it creates this, whatever image you want. But they're also doing it with video, where you tell them you want to see like a couple walking in downtown Medfield or whatever town, with birds flying, and it will create just like an amazingly realistic video that looks like it's stock footage from something, but it's created. It's totally.
And I mean, my son has an app on his phone that generates images based on prompts, right? He'll be like, we'll be in the car and I'll be like, Mom, give me an animal and an emotion. Excited lemur. And he'll be like, okay. And 2 seconds later, he pulls up an image of an excited lemur, that it was generated on his phone. And I'm like, oh my God. And, I mean, our kids are going to be much more well-versed in this than we are.
Well, just look at how much we've learned with technology in the short, the short time that we've been around with computers and all that stuff,
Exactly.
Okay, so I've got just quick little anecdotal thing. Maybe you've heard of it. I just looked up AI naked camera artist. Some buzzwords that I recall from an article I read. This is from early April.
Sounds like his search history.
Right?
It is, Evan.
See?
Midget porn. No.
Barely legal.
Barely legal. Barely AARP membership. There we go.
Amputee.
So there is two artists that we're going to create art. We're going to get you to talk about it. They created a camera, and it's going to be at this exhibit.
Yeah.
What the camera does is it takes a picture. Get your barf bag. Takes a picture of Evan, and then it says, that's Evan's face, and
Through the magic?
we can make the rest of him look what we think he would look like naked.
Oh.
So it's like, hey, Liz, cha-ching, now we have a Liz nude pic.
That sounds awful. What if they make you like really fat and dumpy looking?
Well-
You're like, oh my God, you got that from my face?
Yeah.
Well,
That sounds fucking, that's what I'm worried about.
I had to get my hands on this thing. Okay,
Okay.
so I went to the exhibit. I started taking selfies, and I loved what it took 10 pounds off, and I grew 3 inches of you.
Did you really
If
do
you
this?
know what I mean?
You're kidding.
Yeah. It's like things dragging behind me.
Oh
on
my
video.
God.
It's awesome. I'm like, nice feature, nice filter, bro. But it does create. Oh,
wild.
and the other thing they want you to know is, again, it's AI. It's all there. Like, it's just in the ether. Like, oh, I need a little bit of that technology. I need a little bit of that content. I need that part. Make it. Now I have the naked camera.
It's like Weird Science. Remember the
Yes.
movie Weird Science?
Yes.
Oh God, that was a great one.
It's happening.
It is happening.
I want to meet the first nerd that nails a robot. Like, that person.
I'm sure that's already happened.
Oh, for sure.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah. A robot that's like, I am made for sex.
Yeah, haven't you seen the TV show Westworld?
Yeah, but that's.
They walk
I know it was a TV show.
They
but
walk among us.
They do.
They walk
I
among
bet
us.
that there's some semi-hot robot in some lab somewhere that's been violated by some nerd.
Dave, stop beta testing Robot 647.
Works great.
I don't know. The happy ending feature is a little glitchy.
Her grip is too tight.
Oh man.
Anywho, come on.
If we were better, we would have kept that going.
I know.
I was waiting for Evan. It was Evan's turn.
Well, I was looking at the closet behind Liz here, and I'm just waiting for this, robotic female to come out with like tassels on her boobs.
Robotic tassels. Yeah, that would be a great show to do too. I mean, we talk about banging all the time. I'm not quite sure why.
Well,
Ooh, get Evan a nice, senior robot. Another callback, listeners. Evan's got a thing for old people having sex, and he wants to interview old people.
Wait. In Evan's defense, I think that
Back up the short bus,
Yeah,
Rick.
I don't know that Evan has like a old people having sex fetish.
Look at his search history.
I think that Evan's quote unquote pickup lines are more geared towards the senior audience because they're like, "Oh, aren't you so cute?"
Yeah.
But remember,
I have to come to your defense, Evan.
Thank you
you
very
forgot about the whole time he was talking about where's the craziest place you made whoopee?
Whoopee.
I'm like, you want to know where Harold and Marjorie?
Hey, they were young once. I think it'd be a fascinating conversation with 80-year-old Harold. Don't you?
If 80-year-old Harold didn't give a fuck, and it was like,
What, 80? I don't think you do.
Right?
Right?
I don't know if you have a nice legacy. You've cobbled together, a nice obituary. You wrote it yourself. It's just really good. It's the last sentence. You left a note. Please finish. Post. You look good. Squeaky clean life.
Yeah.
You want to go out like that? Nah.
Well, you know the rumor about nursing homes, don't you?
Oh.
No.
You don't?
Or retirement communities. That's where most STDs are spread, right?
Yeah, well, nursing homes, too.
Oh.
In the nursing home,
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was just the retirement, the
Yeah.
55 plus, the villages.
Oh, no.
Nursing homes.
Yeah, imagine.
I don't want to because I like when I think of that, I just smell like antiseptic and like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, well, you gotta
bedpans and stuff. Yeah. It's not a good, no.
No, I thought,
You got Marge
Yeah.
scuttling her butt down the hallway.
Her walker.
Get it? Scuttling her butt.
Yeah, that's a good one. That was
Thank you
good.
very much.
I appreciate that. No, I was saying to my wife about the senior things. I'm like, could you just imagine being like, because we're talking about, we get along so great with raising the kids, and we always play with that. What happens when there's no kids?
Yeah.
Are we just gonna shake hands and go our own way? And
Like, well, mission accomplished.
Yeah.
Nice knowing you.
I said, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get a condo down in the villages, and I'm gonna crush it because I'm gonna be the single guy in the land of horny divorced women that just want to like
widows.
who just want a casual lunch encounter, and I'm just gonna be like ride around my rollerblades, my shirt off, flexing with my headphones on,
Fanny
and
pack on forwards.
yeah, it's gonna say slay. And I'm just gonna be riding, and then I'm like, oh hi, and then I'm gonna act like I didn't, know that you go on for a walk every day at this time at this place.
Did she say good luck with that?
Yeah.
No, she says to me, is this what you think about? I said, yeah, what do you think about it? What are you going to do?
Not that.
What are you going to do? Yeah. And this is the long pregnant pause. Are we done? Are we?
I don't know. What's how long do we go for?
We're at 46.
Okay.
Feels good.
Feels good.
Do we want to wrap up with your kicker story about movies?
Yeah, I
and
can make
appropriateness?
this quick.
I think it's a great close, and then we'll
Yeah.
weigh in and crack wise, and then you can say goodbye to our Scuttlebuds.
Cool.
Okay.
All right, Scuttlebuds. If any of you have teens or tweens, particularly girls, I'm sure you are very familiar with the actress Zendaya. She's quite popular these days. She was in the Spider-Man movie. She was a former Disney star, blah, blah, blah. So
it's just one word. I'm sorry.
Zendaya. Yeah. Zendaya. So she has a new movie out called Challengers. And I came across an article that said, this is from USA Today, A Parent's Guide to Challengers. Is Zendaya's new movie appropriate for tweens or teens? So she's 27 now, Zendaya. She's beginning to take on more mature roles like in HBO's Euphoria that may not be appropriate for everyone. So the first line in the second paragraph of this article that says, of the headline, which is this new movie appropriate for tweens or teens? Her new R-rated tennis drama. I mean, I don't need to read any further. If your headline is this appropriate for tweens or teens, and now you're telling me the movie's rated R, you've done your job.
Yeah.
It's not appropriate.
What is the recommended age for R?
It's 17
yeah.
plus.
So then what's NC-17?
Oh, that's like porn.
Yeah, it's softcore.
Yeah.
Oh, because I've never
Or
stumbled.
egregiously violent.
Yeah.
I've
Yes.
Yeah.
I've never stumbled upon such films.
So I'm not sure why we have to go on for 6 more paragraphs about why, or is this movie appropriate for tweens or teens when you've already told me that it's rated R? Mm-hmm. But it does. But the article continues, just in case you're taking that as a light suggestion.
Yeah, sure.
And you want to know more. So
I want to know more.
So let me tell you, if you're still thinking, you know what, maybe my 11-year-old might like this rated R movie. Mm-hmm. There is a 3-way makeout session between Zendaya's character and 2 male friends in a hotel room.
Ooh,
now.
Devil's threesome.
Okay, if you're like, okay, well, they're just making out. Maybe this is still appropriate for my 11-year-old. I'm gonna keep reading. Why is Challengers rated R? Well, there are plenty of 4-letter curse words and also sexual situations that, according to this article, aren't, quote, too steamy. But then it goes on to say what parents might be more concerned by is the male nudity. Okay, so again, if you're not convinced that your 11 or 12-year-old daughter, you're still kind of exploring this. You know it's rated R. You know there's a 3-way makeout session. Now you know there's male nudity. and a couple of moments of full frontal male genitalia.
Hey now.
Though not in a sexual context.
No.
You're showing a penis?
Yeah.
Like, it's a sexual organ, like,
Yeah.
right? I mean, I'm no prude. Listeners of this podcast know I am no prude. But what the fuck?
Yeah.
The male body is a beautiful thing.
It's not.
Oh, the
It's
penis.
all lumpy and gross.
The penis is.
So then we go on to so it continues. We're now in like paragraph 5.
Yeah.
Is Zendaya's tennis film appropriate for children? We've covered that it's rated R. We've covered a 3-way makeout session. We've covered full frontal male genitalia, and we're still asking the question. To which the writer responds, "Not really, especially in regard to younger teens and under." Yeah, thanks. I mean, if any, and that's pretty much the gist of the article, which is, I kind of feel bad for the poor journalist that had to write this, because I'm guessing his editor was like, hey, anything with Zendaya gets a click. Like, can you just pull together, like, she's a former Disney star. Like, let's take this angle of the article. Like, should you let your kids watch this movie?
Sure. Well, and they want it controversial too. So people, now everybody's going to go watch the fucking movie.
Right. Right. So yeah, I don't, as much as my daughter loves Zendaya, I don't think I'm going to take Avery, who will be 12 in July, to see this movie.
Yeah. I don't blame you.
Yeah.
It's like what they do though. You know, it's like you kind of pull the kids in with like, the Taylor Swift or what's the other one? The singer, oh god.
Olivia Rodrigo?
No, she used
Which
to be.
I love her, by the way.
She was on the Disney shows, and then she had the singer, her father.
Miley Cyrus?
Miley Cyrus,
yeah.
Right? You get all these kids in to like kid version of her, and then all of a sudden she turns into, she's bringing like.
Now she's like the sex symbol. And I don't have a problem with her. I don't have any problem with this movie at all. Like, show all the dick you want, but like, I'm not going to take my almost 12-year-old to see it.
Right, exactly.
I'm going to go by myself.
So anyway, I just thought it was like, why is this a topic of conversation? Yeah. Why is this something?
Why are we pushing it on 11-year-olds?
Okay, right. You know what? And we want to keep it short, right? Because we were talking about closing this up. Great moment in Scuttlebutt history, because I completely disagree with your
So you're gonna take Rosie to see the movie?
Well, no, I'm not. We're gonna go see Inside Out 2.
Aww.
That's what we're gonna do, because we saw Inside Out 1. Well, the first one I cried, and she's like, I want to see it happen again in public. So we're gonna go. But I wouldn't go out of my way and say watch this. And no, maybe I wouldn't be so like hard and fast. These kids are growing up. Mm-hmm. These are issues and peer pressures and things. Mm-hmm. Let's go.
Do you have to take your pill now or something?
Hold on a second. Hello?
He's taking a phone
This
call.
is unbelievable.
I mean, talk about lack of professional courtesy.
I know, yeah.
Bringing it back. Bringing it back.
Now, I will say, so if Will came to me and said, oh, my buddy and I want to go see this
Will?
movie. No. Like, so I'm saying, because the point of this article was, is it appropriate for your teen or tween?
Yeah.
Those are two different things. Wildly inappropriate for my daughter.
Yep.
If Will was like, hey, my buddy and I want to go see the new Zendaya movie, I wouldn't have he's almost 16.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you know what a penis looks like. Like,
Go sleep over at your girlfriend's house. It's
exactly.
cool.
Like,
it's cool.
Yeah.
You lost me at full frontal male nudity.
Right.
Oh no, that's when I was locked in. I was like, yeah, go on.
So all right, so I'm sorry I cut you off. Actually, your alarm cut you off. What were you going to say?
I feel like hiding my daughter from full frontal as it happens because of what it is. Oh, penis, can't see. I wouldn't do that. But I wouldn't be like, hey, get in here, quick. There's a dick on TV. 2 of them. You gotta see this dick.
I paused it. It's all right. You can finish your snack. I paused it.
It's cold out. Now, the only time I would do that is watching The Hangover in the parking lot scene when, what's his face? The Asian actor.
Ken Jeong?
Ken Jeong
oh my God,
jumps out of the trunk with the mushroom penis, like the world's smallest penis for the world. Like that was full frontal. If my daughter saw that, I'd be like, There you go.
But that's in a comedy context. This is in a sexual context, and that's different.
Okay,
in my book.
Yeah, no, I agree.
My wife and I made the bold move to watch with my kids one of the Jackass movies. I think it's 4.5. There's a scene in there where the two guys square up with their dicks hanging out.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, when you leave, you should see, Evan and I, we have these strategy sessions. It helps with getting the ideas flowing.
We like to square off, too.
Yeah. So
hanging brains. That's what we call it.
Yeah. So they square up. And they sandwich their penises between two plates of plexiglass with like vice screws on the corners.
Oh my God.
And they vice it down.
Why?
And then they have a tug of war match.
Oh my God.
That's probably the closest thing a man would ever get to the pain of what a mammogram feels like. Oh my God.
Why would you do that?
I know.
Because you need to make money and
Right.
and there's people at home.
And you don't have actual talent, so you're just going to abuse yourself.
Yeah. So I'm looking at my wife and she's like, this crossed the line. This is ridiculous.
God damn it, Rick, you did it again.
But yeah. So I don't know.
Well, and it goes back to context, right? Like that's funny.
Yeah,
right?
but I would not.
Sure.
Look,
They didn't, right?
I'm not proud of myself. Like I would take that moment back. It's kind of
Yeah.
like watching porn with my grandma. It's like you
take that moment back too.
I would.
Did Grandma enjoy it though?
No.
All right, I gotta go make some money.
Yeah. On that note.
On that note,
Grandma porn.
Grandma porn.
Keep me out of this. You just keep me out of this.
Oh, Scuttlebutts. All right, well, you know what? I want to hear from the Scuttlebutts what their opinions are about the exposure to certain things at certain ages and whatnot. And if they have an AI story, please share. As you can see, you give us a juicy story, we'll read it on the air and react accordingly.
Yeah. Also, can you keep us updated? I'd like a follow up. You have an inside source there on the drop off story that you brought.
Yes, we'll do.
Yeah.
Because I want to know that is a teacher or faculty member or staffer. I don't know. Bad day, but step into my office.
Bad day.
Step into my fucking office now.
Yeah. My mom died, and I went to work and didn't give anyone the finger. So, come on, how bad could your day be?
Yeah, right. But drop off. It's kids. You're swearing. You're middle fingering. You're a role model. You're supposed to be providing safety. Oh, this is so
you're supposed
juicy.
To set an example. Yeah.
Yeah. This is so good.
Yep.
You're doing it on company time. On
public
property.
Taxpayer property.
Oh. Yeah.
Brutal.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, Scuttlebuds. Thank you guys for listening. Send us your story. smalltownscuttlebutt@gmail.com. Rate, review, and subscribe on iTunes, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. And follow us on social media, Small Town Scuttlebutt on Facebook, Instagram, and soon to be YouTube. Stay tuned.
It's coming.
That's what she said. Thanks for listening.
Adios, amigos.